Welcome back to the F1 driver career. Have you recovered from what happened in the last Grand Prix? Because I'm not sure whether I have or not. If you missed the Silverstone British Grand Prix episode, very much worth your watch. Drama from beginning to end, every last lap. I won't spoil it. We'll concentrate on this weekend at hand. Fully dry for the first time in as long as I can remember. So looking forward to a weekend where we don't, hopefully, have any overheating tyres around Hungary. I think we should be able to manage the setup and the balance of the car and the strategy to avoid any hot tyres, which can be an issue around Hungary for pad players, which is me on a controller. So we'll head to the next round. We will have some improvements in the car. You can see that we've just gone up a little bit, along with Williams and Alpine. Actually, yeah, Alpine have improved a little bit. Haas have levelled off. AlphaTauri have caught up a little bit. McLaren have levelled off, and Mercedes equally. But Ferrari are right with Red Bull, if not actually ahead of Red Bull, supposedly. So we've got a grid penalty to take here, unfortunately, because of our control electronics. Or no, our energy store now not holding 100% battery. And as time goes by, it's just going to get less and less and less. So I needed to upgrade that. We have upgraded it. Replace the new one as well. So we'll take a 3 or 5 place grid penalty for this Grand Prix. But if we can qualify really well, then it won't matter. As ever now, with ourselves in this position on the R&D, points are the aim every race weekend now. It's not a great place for overtaking, but if you can get brave and get the elbows out, then it is good. And I intend on having a good Grand Prix. Drop the video a like, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitch so you can watch all of it live, and let's go to Hungary. I'm a little bit peckish. I'm a little bit hungry for points. Sorry.
Okay, test complete, and that was
Qualifying prediction third.
really good job indeed. We got a lot
Third?
of information out of that. Well done.
What? Third? Really? Surely not. No, I don't believe it for a second. I don't believe it for a second. That was with worn parts as well. No, I'm not having it. I don't think that will happen at all. If it does, great, because that's when I'd definitely qualify as well as possible to then take that 10 place grid penalty that we've got coming our way for the change of energy store. But third? No. I will just double check the settings. It's on 103. Third? No, never been. Never been. Right, let's put some more parts in. 43% on an ICE. To be fair, around Hungary, we should be good. Around Hungary, we'll be okay. MGUK, MGUH. We've got the brand new energy store in. Turbo-wise, we whack that one in. Control electronics is fine. Gearbox, 45% gearbox will do us. Okay, well, let's go and rack up some final resource points, which really won't take long because we basically maximised all but 2 of the 15 available objectives. So that's us now done. So we can go into Q3, well, hopefully Q3, into P3, immediately come out of P3, and then know exactly how many resource points we've got as a team and think about maybe upgrading something else. Ready for it to fail inevitably at the first opportunity, like almost every other bloody upgrade has for us this season. I still can't get over that. Practice third, it reckons. How many resource points have we got now? Third! No, I'm not. I just can't. I can't fathom it. If I get through to Q3, like I'm going to have to get through to Q3 to start the race anywhere other than dead last. So I'm half tempted to save the tyre wear, but at the same time, or save the tyres even, but at the same time, if I can start 16th or 17th, then that's obviously of benefit to us. Engine power, apparently engine power isn't an issue for us at the moment. So, ERS, yeah, that's one I definitely wanted to do. Definitely want the ERS. I'm not worried about durability, because let's be honest, we're not going to be at Alfa Romeo for more than the one season. So I'm not going to upgrade their durability too much, and I'm going to hold off on the fuel efficiency, because basically I want to do everything else here. Alright, that'll do us then. Qualifying time. 3/10 up on Piastri in the first sector. 8/10 up on Piastri in the second sector. Chill. Looks like we'll get through to Q3, but I don't know as we'll actually be P4 in Q3. What? Oh. The car is feeling delightful around the Hungaro ring, but they'll probably find another half-second plus. So, I don't know if I've got that in me to even remain remotely competitive. But I'm quite happy with a 17.2 to start. That'll do very nicely indeed. Where do we end the session? I think lots of people went faster. They did. We end the session P10. P10 is P10. Valtteri's P17. Valtteri Bottas out in qualifying in Q1. Well, I think we can qualify better than a position that has us starting last. I don't know. It's P9. We are into Q3. I don't know if there's much more in that. I might not run in Q3 or only do one run on a super used set of tyres and just save the tyres. Any shock exits on this occasion? Not really. Not really. Everybody that you expect to get through has gotten through. So I think we might save tyres for the race, knowing that we're going to be P20 anyway. I might save a set of softs for the race just in case. But well, these tyres you can only use in Q3 anyway, can't you? So I might as well just do one lap on that set at the end of the session. Can't remember what my lap time was in Q2, but this isn't going to be near it. So 16.5. 16.5 is good enough for P9, so I will start 19th. Oh well, provided no one else has any penalties, that is. At this stage of the season, I might not be the only one to take a penalty, but I will be starting 19th. 15.8 is what Max Verstappen put in. Wow! Okay, I'm not anywhere near that, I know that for sure. There was definitely some time on the table on that lap, but not 7/10. Any penalties for anyone else? We pray? As far as we're aware, we will be starting P19, but we might get gifted a position or two from someone else having penalties. When it comes to strategy, I'll probably be starting on the mediums and trying to go longer. I don't think the hard tyre is really one that I want to touch unless I have no choice. But yeah, well, Hamilton with a penalty, but unfortunately not as high a penalty as me. Yeah, P19 for me then. Okay, fair enough. I take a penalty, Lewis takes a penalty, but Lewis takes less of a penalty than me. So I think I'm going to start on the mediums. See what everyone else is doing. Mediums and hards, intriguingly. Valtteri's on the softs. It has by default put me on the mediums, and I agree. Ricciardo, both Alpines on the hard as well. Checo on a hard. Max on softs in P1 is intriguing. I think medium, yeah, trying to run that soft tyre as long as that is absolutely suicidal. There's no point. But medium, soft could definitely work. Or a medium, well, I could definitely run medium, soft. Alright, medium, soft. If not, medium, soft. Or medium, hard soft. Aiming for a 2-stop, might do a 3-stop. I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to go for a wee stop. BRB. We need a good start if we can. To try and make some ground on the soft runners around us. Some of them behind us. I'm going to be slow top speed wise. Because of my extra downforce. I'm hoping that means that I'm quicker in free air when the time comes. Well, I've got the inside of Hulkenberg here. I'm going to have a look. That's P16. It's 3 positions made. Although here comes Valtteri. Those soft-tired runners are going to be very quick, aren't they? Yeah, I'm definitely running more downforce than pretty much everybody else around here at the minute.
That start was okay. Now stay alert for threats around you.
Could have made a move up the inside of the hairpin, at the chicane, that just wouldn't have been worth it. Hamilton there in P13 still. Alright, not bad first lap. Not bad first lap. I'm going to have to use a bit of battery to defend at times. Oh, that was lucky. Could definitely have ended up with some front wing damage there off the back of Ricciardo. That was Lance Stroll driving into the side of me. I do have a damaged front wing. I do have a damaged front wing from running into the back of Daniel Ricciardo slightly. So, how damaged is it? Not visual. Not visual damage. But on the MFD, it does read as some damage. Now, yeah, that's just Lance coming across into me there. I'm not changing direction. I am still drifting left. Lance has just driven across into my car. So that's on him, that contact. Contact between me and Daniel was definitely on me, of course. Now Valtteri's trying to make some moves on those soft tyres. That front wing damage should be okay. I don't think we'll need to change the wing at any point. We should be able to manage that throughout the course of the race. It's going to be slow here. Won't be able to get Stroll. Oh, I had to go wide. I shall probably let him go.
Good job.
But I'm not going to be able to let him go. And only him. K-Man's getting interested now. So, unfortunately, I'm not able to give that position back. Despite taking it off the track. I would have liked to have given it back. That's now not possible because Stroll has lost another position. Now what I need to do
We've got a lot of spare energy. Okay,
is catch this lot up because DRS is going to be a thing for next lap. There is only 2 DRS sections on this track, of course, and they're both activated from the activation point here. So if you get someone, you get 2 helpings of DRS down both straights. So you can either rub it in someone's face, or it helps you twice trying to make it overtake.
We can use DRS when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Valtteri on those soft tyres trying to make some moves of his own. To be fair, Valtteri qualified out of position, didn't he, for sure. This Alpha is faster than a P17 qualifying position, where Valtteri put the car. He's normally a P12, P13 qualifier. If we're sneaking into Q3, he's not that far behind us, but he's making moves already, which is good news. And thanks to Daniel Ricciardo's hard tyre and Valtteri slowing him up, we're now very much comfortably within DRS range of the AlphaTauri in front. Can feel that front wing damage at times, but at the minute it's not going to be too much of an issue unless it gets worse as the race goes by. Tyres are hot, but that's just to be expected around here with the higher downforce we have on and being on controller with an automatic gearbox and ABS. It's just part of the course. You just have to be used to it or ready for it. Daniel's not quite got the top speed on those hard tyres, and we'll go for a lunge around the outside here. We'll both have DRS at this part of the track. It's just a case of who can get the power down first. The answer is me, thankfully. Right, let's go after Valtteri again. Let's follow our teammate through the traffic if we can. We know that both Alpines are on the hard tyres as well, and Gasly is slowing up a couple here. Albon having a look at Gasly. My front left is getting hot. Which is why we ran the mediums first, not softs. We knew tyre temperature was going to be an issue for us. Albon is past Gasly. Albon and that Williams are a formidable partnership in real life and in game. Disappeared into the distance on us at Silverstone. And may well have a go at doing the same here as well. Bottas really needs to get past Gasly sooner rather than later to make the use of those soft tyres. Hopefully he'll have the balls to go for it into turn 1 and get a good exit out of the final turn. I've got Hulkenberg behind me, also on soft tyres, so I'm going to have to be wary behind as well. Make sure I get a decent exit here, which we have done. And I should really use my battery a bit more as well, elsewhere on the track. Sorry, Valtteri. I'm wanting to make moves, pal. Sorry, bud. You follow me through. Oh, Gasly got all out of shape there. Looked like he locked the rear brakes. The back end just twerked on him. Ocon in P11 currently holding up Alex Albon now as well as the other Alpine on hard tyres. I wonder if they're going to one-stop those that are starting on the hards. I would be curious. I don't think they will, but they might try it. Let's ask.
Gasly's ahead of you. Okay, the gap is less than a second. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Their tyres are 5 laps old. Okay, we think they've got at least 3 more stops.
Those on the hard tyres are 3 stopping.
22.9. Okay, so you're gaining by around 0.6 a lap.
That's intriguing. I didn't expect that. I thought 2 at most. There you go, Albon going for it on Gasly and... Sorry, Albon going for it on Ocon and getting the job done. I'm trying to do the same on Gasly, but I just couldn't get the car stopped in time. Ended up costing me a place to Bottas, maybe even 2. Got a little bit too aggressive there. It's fine, it's not a problem. Not a problem. If everyone's 3 stopping...
You've lost some time to the car behind.
Do I follow suit? Or do I try something different? Albon getting so far down the road is annoying. Try and work my way back up again. Valtteri dealt with. We'll try and pick the Alpines off one by one before my tyres get to the point where I'm not going to be making much progress anymore. Is Gasly going to go for a move or not? He doesn't. So I will. If you're trying to just sit behind each other and drag each other along, I'm not going to allow you. Snap from Ocon. We could get Ocon next lap and then try and close up on Alex Albon in front. That would be ideal for this first stint. Ocon's getting defensive now, which is going to lose his time. We're going to take Esteban Ocon this lap, there's no doubt about that. With DRS and ERS, it's not going to be a problem. Get a decent exit, which we've done. And this will be the most straightforward overtake we'll make all day.
Catching the car ahead.
You know, inside line for one corner, inside line for the next corner. Ease out wide, close the door and go. Right, now then, can we catch Albon, Magnussen and presumably Piastri? I'll try and undercut and put hards on. Or do I put mediums on to try and make the most of the undercut? I don't know at the minute. Thing is, they're going to DRS train away from me if I pit too early, and I'll lose any gain I would have had from pitting earlier onto a softer tyre, or onto a new tyre, fresher tyre, regardless of whether it's harder or softer. At the minute, I am pulling on those behind, and I am gaining on those in front, so I'd be apprehensive to pull the trigger too soon, whilst we're still headed in the right direction. And now at 25% on the fronts, so I can either stop this lap, or I can stop next lap. One lap, I think pitting now would get me an undercut. Pitting the lap later would be just matching what they do. But I don't know what they're going to go on to. That's the thing. I don't know whether to go to mediums next to try and negate any sort of tyre advantage they may have. Because an undercut would be pointless if they pit to a softer compound tyre and then just extend the gap. Gap seemingly stable. I'm going to box this lap.
Confirmed. We'll receive you at the end of this lap.
And in this lap for hard tyres. Going to go for an undercut. Not the only ones in.
Valtteri is in for his stop.
Valtteri's in behind me as well. So he's going to take a bit of punishment here, Valtteri. It's not a bad stop from us though. And hopefully Valtteri can get serviced relatively quickly. Magnussen out on softs, that's intriguing. We're planning on running the soft tyre at the end of the race, not now. It's intriguing. So down to 16th for the time being. Some of the other soft runners are in now as well, including one of the Alpines on the hard. So he only took his hard 17 laps. I'd want to take my hards a little bit longer because there's no way I'm going to do a 17-lap stint on the softs at the end. It's just not going to happen. Albon's come out right in front of us. So the undercut has earned us about a second. He was 3 seconds down the road. By switching a lap sooner, we've gained about a second. But now he's on the medium and I'm on the hard. I don't know as we're going to be able to get to within DRS range. I think he's probably just going to continue to extend the gap now and get it back up again. Slightly frustrating. Maybe if we'd have pulled the trigger a lap earlier, I might have been able to come out in DRS range, but just one lap gained us a second, so it shows you how powerful the undercut is. So certainly new tyres are the way forward rather than extending a stint. The 3 stops definitely the right call. Still feel like the soft tyre at the end of the race is the right one. And Gasly is soon to be out. But we are past Gasly again and now we're P12. So we are exactly where we were positionally. Slightly closer to Albon, but that gap is going to get bigger. And now those behind are going to get closer. I might go, depending on tyre temps at the time, I might go soft next and just take them as far as I can so that I get a full soft stint and I don't screw myself by trying to do too much on the softs at the end or too little on the mediums in the meantime. And if the Alpines come through on their softs, then I'll just try and tag on the back of them till they pit and lose as little time as possible to Albon and Magnussen. So that's where the points are today. K-Mag is where the points are today.
I've got information on Albon for you. They seem to have an issue.
Good. Great news. Alex Albon's got some sort of issue and he's going to be slow in a straight line. He's going very slowly. Albon's issue is going to force him to retire. Alex Albon's out of the race. He's going into the pits, but I think he's probably going to... Oh, has he got a puncture, maybe? Is that his issue? Does Alex Albon have a puncture? Because surely he wouldn't be pitting if he was just retiring. Let's have a look. Alex Albon. Yeah, rear right puncture. Rear right puncture for Alex Albon. That's a free position for us. Lovely. Sorry, Alex. That suits me down to ground. That's us into P11. Piastri's in the pits. That's us into P10. We've undercut Piastri. Piastri went a little bit further on his medium sets. That says to me that Piastri's doing a 2-stop. If he's gone to lap P20 on his mediums. That says to me that Oscar Piastri is doing a 2-stop, not a 3-stop.
Okay, be aware the car behind is catching you by 0.5 a lap. 0.5.
Yeah, but the two Alpines are fighting one another, which is costing them time. Which is lovely. Keep battling, boys. Keep battling. Slow yourselves up. You're getting Valtteri involved in P13 behind you. And I can just comfortably run my stint without having to worry about it at all. They've lost a second on this lap alone, just being side by side throughout the course of the first sector. Ocon has wormed his way back in front. Now the gap starts to come down again. Now they're running in tandem rather than side by side. Ocon and Gasly battling again. Keep it up, boys. Use those soft tyres, fighting one another and not chasing me. They're within DRS range now behind. Gasly is at least. He's nearly gapped his teammate, actually, Gasly. So it seems that Pierre Gasly is faster than Esteban Ocon this weekend. Now he's finally broken free of his teammate. He's leaving him behind. Not expecting to get much more than 10 to 12 laps out of my soft tyres. So I'm going to have to get as far as at least lap 55. At least lap 55 with this hard set and the next medium set. Meaning this hard set are probably going to have to take me to about lap 38 or 9. If they can. Gasly's going for it now. He's just got the drive on those soft tyres. Try and lose as little time as possible, but it's not really a thing I can do here. Because it's such a tight and twisty, you defend a little bit, you lose loads of time. I'll try and sit between the Alpines if I can. I can just sit on the back of Gasly. It's not going to be easy because he's significantly faster. But if I can sit on the back of Gasly and just get towed along a little bit, that would be great. It's DRS. Come on then, Pierre. Take me with you, please, son. Let's earn some time. The Alpine does not like turn 2, does it? Doesn't like it at all. Piastri went long on his first set of mediums, so we undercut him. I'm pretty sure Piastri's 2-stopping, whereas we switched to a 3. K-Mag is really doing well in that Haas, isn't he? He's running a bit of a lonely race at the minute, Kevin. The gap did come down that lap, but I don't know whether it's because I had DRS off the back of Gasly or whether K-Mag's tyres are starting to go. The gap, Gasly's pulling, but the gap to Kevin is coming down. And the gap to Valtteri is going up.
Okay, so all of our tyre pressure data is currently reading 0.
So I'm happy with this at the minute.
To you, we're going to guess that it's just a bad sensor. Shouldn't be anything to worry about.
Okay, gap to Kevin is tumbling. Don't know whether Kev's got an issue or what. There's yellow flags at turn 1. Someone's binned it. Safety car. Okay then. Now, someone's binned it at turn 1. They've all crashed into him. I think it's the lead Ferrari. I think Charles Leclerc has binned it here. Which he has. Is anyone going to be out? Mercedes crashes into him, loses his wing. Everyone else is now stuck behind him. And he's now gone invisible. So Charles Leclerc might be getting disqualified. We are on hards. We're thinking about pitting in about 10 laps time. I might be able to pit know. I don't know whether I pit now or whether I pit in a lap's time. But if I put... There's no point leaving 20% worn hards on. It's just pointless. I'll only go backwards. So, from here, I have one set of fresh mediums and one set of fresh softs. That won't get me to the end. I will need to use another set of worn softs, 5 to 10% worn softs to get through. But I could get a cheap pit stop now to go on to the mediums. And then from there, maybe we're able to extend and then run just one set of softs. You think if it's a red flag, it will come out before I get to the pit. So pit now for mediums, pit now for mediums, pit now for mediums. That is what we'll do.
Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta's negative, which means you're going too fast. Reduce your pace. Confirmed.
In fact, the team just called me in. George Russell is out. I was going to make the decision to pit now anyway. The team actually called me in. They came up with a different strategy on the MFD there. They wanted to call me in anyway. So, turns out, might have been the right decision regardless. George Russell is out, so that's us back into the points, I believe.
Come on. That was a fantastic stop. Faster than we
Don't know if anyone else has taken any damage. But we are a net P10, I think. I'm going to try not to take too much. Try not to take too much out of these softs. Out of these mediums, sorry. Don't want to take too much out of them at all. I probably should have changed my wing, to be honest. But too little, too late. It is a double stack, but because it's a safety car, it shouldn't matter that much.
Okay, let's get ready to go racing again.
Okay, safety car in this lap. Racing again on lap 33.
Until the timing line. Safety car in this lap.
We want to get, ideally, as far as lap 53, if we can, on this medium set. Someone else is pit now. It's Oscar Piastri. Feels like a bad call. Feels like a bad call, but he's in. As are a handful of others. We're up into P9. Back to racing speed. And I'm in P9. No Valtteri, no Valtteri. Albon's having real trouble here. Albon's in real trouble. He's got damage of some description. His car is dead slow. Do I let Valtteri go and try and stick to Valtteri for a good team finish? Or do I just go... I'm going to go Valtteri, go. Let my teammate go. Bottas is on fresh softs. So I'm now down to P10, but it's for the good of the team. Albon's really struggling right now. Here you go.
Okay, they're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
Oh, Valtteri, you're going to need to get through, mate. You're going to need to get past Albon quickly. Don't dilly-dally, for Christ's sake. Otherwise, you're going to make both of us vulnerable behind. He's gotten the job done. Slightly illegally, but he's gotten the job done. Now I need to do the same. The Alpines are fighting again. Practically pushing him around here, Alex Albon.
Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS.
Right, I'm going to hold middle of the road so that the Aston Martin gets pinched and boxed in. That was tactical. It's worked well. He's now stuck behind Albon and I can close in front. I'll just show you how that looked down the main straight. So my plan here was to box Stroll in behind Albon, and it worked beautifully. I was able to go around the outside and Stroll couldn't go anywhere. Gasly's slow. Must have damage. Bottas is through. I think Gasly's got damage fighting with his teammate.
That's Gasly ahead. Okay, the gap is less than a second. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 16.
Oh no, he's on really old softs.
I think they've got 2 stops remaining. 2 stops remaining. Time last lap
Gasly
was
didn't
1
pit.
minute 22.6.
Gasly didn't pit. So he's on really, really, really old tyres. Easy pickings, pal. Easy pickings. That's why Gasly's slow. Ocon did pit. Gasly did not. We've opened the gap up on Lance Stroll as well. Stroll is no longer in DRS range. Gap to Ocon is closing slightly, with the help of DRS, obviously. So the gap to Stroll is growing. It's coming down now because I've actually caught Bottas and I'm losing time stuck behind him. So I might need to get past Valtteri to ensure that it doesn't bring Stroll back into this. I let him through. Ultimately, what I need now is actually him to let me through, but that won't happen. I don't know whether they're running slower to try and save tyres, maybe. Maybe they're tyre saving at this stage to ensure that they can still do just the 3-stop. I'm not sure.
Right, we need to get past here. Use overtake. Use overtake.
But I am going to take my teammate down the straight. Norris in the pits. Verstappen in the pits. Bottas, I imagine, is going to go defensive. He does. Don't lock up, Valtteri, and put my trust in you here, pal. He says as I oversteer into him. That was close.
Right, show some respect for your teammate. There's little satisfaction to be had in overtaking like that.
It was an accident. It was an accident. I got a little bit too excited with the throttle pedal. Forgive me. First time I think I've heard that message, actually. Over the radio. We'll try again. Brake a bit later this time. Give a bit more space. And job will be done. Right, now we're going after Ocon. Because he's come back from over 2 seconds to 1.5. Still 31 laps to go in this Grand Prix. So we are going to have to either take this medium set a long way or pit still a further 2 more times for fresh softs and then worn softs. I think they're saving tyres. I think that's why they're as slow as they are. I think they're saving tyres. I'm going to run these mediums into the ground, take them to about 40% wear, and then strap on some brand new softs and go for a last gasp blitz. There's some more pit, by the way, because we're P5 right now. I must have missed it. Some more of pit. We're actually running P5. P5 and 6 as a team is pretty remarkable, actually. Can't quite get close enough to Ocon for DRS at the minute. I might use a bit of battery on this lap just to try and close up and make the use out of this tyre whilst it's still good. I could just try and save some battery behind him a little bit, but not sure I'm going to have that luxury with Verstappen and the Mercedes hunting. It'll be Lewis, won't it? Because George retired after the damage from hitting Leclerc. It's currently Sergio Perez, P1. And then the 2 Ferrari, 2 and 3. I can have a better exit out of this final turn this time. Oh, and he got a bit of a snap of oversteer as well, yeah. Comfortable again.
Okay, we're approaching the pit window. You're going to be on softs.
Not yet, mate. Think I'm going to be able to take a yellow flag. Yellow flag behind. Is Bottas retiring? Is it? Is Bottas retiring? We were on for such a strong double points finish. And Valtteri Bottas is out. We were running P5 and 6, then briefly P4 and 6, and now Bottas is out and will get no points for the team. In our fight against Alpine, with Esteban Ocon behind me, in the Constructors, we could really have done with a double points finish here today, but we will only, at best, get one. Don't know whether Esteban got DRS there or not. I hope not. No, he hasn't. Checo just lost the lead, is what happened. There's Valtteri parked up by the side of the track. No, my teammate. Carlos Sainz leads the Grand Prix. I don't want another safety car. I've not got any tyres that could take me to the end from here. I do not want another safety car. Another safety car would screw me right now. I'm not pitting till at least lap 53. Reckons I come out 16th if I pit now. Not until lap 53 at least. If Esteban pits, I may have to react to avoid an undercut. And then just stick it out with really worn softs at the end of the race. But you're right, the longer they stay out, the better for me at the minute, because their softs are wearing. And if my mediums are 25% now on the fronts, then their softs that have been on the same amount of time are going to be much higher. I think they might pit about lap 48 or 49. And I will probably end up having to pit with them and hoping that I can extend enough of a gap so that I can then defend that gap and or the position later in the race when my tyres go and theirs are the quick ones. This is going to be a rephrase. This has the potential to be a remarkably strong finish. Sainz is pieced out up front. He's gapping Sergio Perez. Verstappen's through. Verstappen's taken them both into turn 1, I think. Here comes Max. I think Verstappen just took them both into turn 1. This is a Max Verstappen double overtake. That's what champions do. Now I think Max is taking those tyres to the end of the race. I'll ask.
And Verstappen's behind. And the gap behind us is 5.7 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Their tyres are 12 laps old.
Yeah, he's taken them to the end. Oh no, Max has got another stop.
The car behind has a small amount of damage to the front wing, but it doesn't seem to be affecting performance. Just be aware.
Okay.
Time last lap was a 1:22.6.
So Max also has another stop. Regardless, he's in a Red Bull. He's going to be shit-ass quick, so Max fighting his way through. He's just going to earn us time on Ocon and Stroll. Max will finish ahead of me. We are currently fighting. Now the McLaren have caught up as well. Lando Norris has caught up too. We're fighting for maybe a top 7 finish. Alonso's there too. Top 7 or 8. Top 7 or 8. Leclerc is battling with Sergio Perez now as well for P2. The Ferrari want a double first and second here if they can get it. But Sergio Perez is trying to do something for the team. For Red Bull to fight off Ferrari, who are very, very fast in this save right now. Continually though, the most important gap, which is the one to Ocon and Stroll, is still growing. Now it's 6.6. If I get a failure now, we all have to pit again. And that's Checo in. But is it a stop purely for strategy? Or did he maybe get damage battling with Charles Leclerc? He's gone to medium tyres. No, he's a Red Bull driver. Is anyone else pitting? Ocon's in. Okay, so they're stopping now to go to their mediums. Yellow flag! Oh my god. Is the Ferrari going slowly? Sainz binned it. Leclerc lost it once. And now Carlos Sainz has made exactly the same mistake and thrown away, potentially, a race victory. Okay, now they're undercutting. So do I now pit for softs because those that were on softs have now undercut to put mediums on.
And gap to the car in front.
Do I react?
5.3 seconds.
I think I have to react, try and gap as much as I can, and then hold on. I think I have to pit this lap for a set of new softs. I don't know as I have much of a choice. I have to cover the undercut. Any hard tyre runners behind us in? No. Hamilton behind into the pits. Good stop. Hamilton's gone to hards.
Dangerous driving if you cross onto the track.
Right, now I need everybody in front of me, really, ideally, to pit and get out of the way. I can't afford to lose any time getting through. My gap to Ocon behind is 7.4. Make that 6.8. Make that 6.6. 6.5 as my tyres getting up to speed as I come out of the pits. So he gained about a second with the undercut again in the one lap. I now need to gap that gap as big as I possibly can. And we maybe are in with a shout of a P7 finish here and our best finish of the season. But we're going to be screaming at the end of the race about the quality of our tyres. They're going to be so dead. It's going to be Silverstone 2.0. You see the difference in pace these tyres having. I need you guys all to pit now, please. Thank you, Yuki.
Battery charge is high. Let's
Nico,
use that overtake button a
I'm
bit
going to
more.
try, mate. I need to lunge you here, pal. I'm sorry. Go defensive if you want. We've gotten it done. We're going to be past Nico. It's cost us a little bit of time. But the DRS helped negate anything we lost. And actually, we gained by 3/10 on Esteban Ocon. Pierre, if you want to give me DRS at the end of lap as well, that'd be lovely. And dip out of the way in the pit lane, that'd be even better. Stop, 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 stop. Bastard. It's fine. We'll take him down the straight. It's not a problem. Got the battery for it and the DRS. Ricardo's in the pits. Verstappen and Norris also in the pits. Also going to soft tyres. I'll leave space around the outside. Not much, but enough. We're through Gasly. We are back in P4. Now, we're fighting to stay here as long as we can, but there is a long way to go. This will be fastest lap of the race. 1:18.2. Expect Verstappen or Norris to take it next lap, though. 8 laps to go. Oh, 8 laps. 8 laps. We are extremely thankful right now for Max Verstappen's front wing damage. Extremely thankful. Because if Lando Norris was set free, he'd be on me in a matter of 3 or 4 laps, I think, maybe. Sainz is gone now. He's opened the gap by another second. My tyres are past their best. The chance of a podium is non-existent right now. Sergio Perez has taken the lead and disappeared with it. It will be a Red Bull 1, a Ferrari 2-3, but who will be 4? We've 7 laps to go. We've driven an exemplary Grand Prix. My heart just exploded when that popped up, thinking it was telling me I had a failure. 9.5 seconds to gap behind, purely because Max Verstappen has front wing damage. Lando Norris doesn't quite have the pace in the slower McLaren to get past. And Max, at the minute, because of that front wing damage, is slower than me. As it stands, we are on for a P4 and fastest lap point unless someone steals it at the end, which is disgusting for an Alfa Romeo in my first season. To get this sort of result is huge. After committing our future to the team for the remainder of this season, and with the car in a position where we can challenge to at least maybe be in the points every race, that's a 9th or 10th, not a 4th. 6 laps to go. 8.9 seconds to gap. They are closing. And Norris is through. Okay. I'm shutting up again. Focus mode. 9 seconds. Norris is past Verstappen. Now it's just hell for leather to the end. Oh my god, that time to Norris is plummeting. And if he brings Verstappen with him, I'm heartbroken. 5 laps. Hamilton passed Ocon. 3 laps. Oh. Max Verstappen's retired. My heart leapt. Absolutely leapt out of my chest then. Max is retiring. Lando Norris still chasing me. Lewis Hamilton now P6. Max Verstappen out.
Okay, we've got 4 laps of fuel remaining.
2 laps of race remaining. Gap still behind 8.5. Coming round then to start my final lap of the race. Lando's actually taken about 9/10 out of me this lap. My tyres are significantly worn. About to be 30% on the rears as well as 35s on the fronts. Sergio Perez is the one leading us home. Charles Leclerc, whose spin caused George Russell to retire, and a safety car that helped us no end get from challenging for a P9 or 10 to what will be by a long way, career best P4, something we won't match for a considerable amount of time. Carlos Sainz in P3 threw away what could have been a win, certainly a P2, by replicating Charles Leclerc's spin. Just so happens that there was nobody else behind him, unlike Charles when he did it earlier in the Grand Prix. Lando Norris has taken another second out of me this lap, so the crossover point has finally come where they have significant pace on me as my tyres have fallen away, and I'm going over the cliff edge, but it's too little. Too late for Lando Norris behind. He may well have caught me if he hadn't been stuck behind Max Verstappen with a front wing damage on the front of that Red Bull. But he got past Max. Managed to close a bit. But that is a P4 and fastest lap point in an Alfa Romeo on 103 difficulty. That may be arguably one of the best Grand Prix I've ever driven. In terms of consistency, in terms of tactical decisions, helped along by live chat. In terms of positions gained, that's a P... Remember we started P19. That's a P19 to P4.
What do you think helped them deliver this result? Well,
if you haven't dropped the video a like or subscribed to the YouTube channel or followed me on Twitch, fucking do it. Thank you. I think that drive deserves it, don't you? P19 to P3 and fastest lap point. 13 points. 13 points. Ocon does get 6 for Alpine, so I'm pretty sure we remain behind them in the constructors. Valtteri could have gotten points himself as well. Unfortunately, he retired. But my driver level is going up. My reputation has certainly gone up. My thumb has gone down in size because it's worn away, but we are thrilled with that. The Belgian Grand Prix just around the corner in less than a week's time. We've had the front nose cone pass. I can now do weight redistribution as well, or tyre wear. Not doing tyre wear, that will kill me. Weight redistribution we will do, that's minor, it will be done in time provided it passes for the Netherlands. And I'm going to save for the weight redistribution as well, I believe. Don't think I'm going to make any other changes at this stage. We will see where we end up in the charts with regards the overall capability of the car at the beginning of the next Grand Prix weekend, which we will head to now. Putting in old components for the latter stages of practice next time out. And we have leapt past Alpine. I'm up into P12 in the driver's standings now, and we have leapt past Alpine into P6 in the constructors by 2 points. By 2 points. I'm a single point behind Esteban Ocon, 10 points clear of Gasly, and 7 points clear of my teammate. That is by a long way, season best. That may be the best result we get for the rest of the year. But you're damn right we'll take it, and we're thrilled to do so. Sergio Perez gets a victory. Max Verstappen has his lead at the top of the championship slashed. That's his 3rd DNF of the season. Now the gap just 15 points to Carlos Sainz. Charles Leclerc a long way further back. We'll advance as far as the Belgian Grand Prix. We will go to the Belgian Grand Prix. Please don't rain. 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 It's dry for the race, but indifferent for the sprint. What is that? Dry, wet, in a sprint race. 15, 82, 90, 19, 80. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Fully dry Grand Prix, but that's ridiculous for the sprint Grand Prix. Could you get more classic Belgium? Williams have overtaken us. We've both advanced forward, but Williams have overtaken us in the R&D performance charts. Mercedes continue to level off, as do Alpine, Haas and AlphaTauri. Ourselves and Williams extend away from them. We've closed slightly on Aston Martin. McLaren have improved. Red Bull have improved. And Ferrari have levelled off. So actually, I think we're probably better positioned. So there may be points at Belgium in maybe the sprint and the race. That will do us for this episode, though. If you enjoyed the video, do drop it a like. Subscribe to this second channel. Come and join me on Twitch and watch everything live. Make sure you check out the Football Manager content, the FC24 My Player content. That's all on this channel. Over on the main channel, Chesnoid Gaming, which is the same name as the Twitch channel. You'll find the links to everything in the description. We are continuing on with the 3rd season at Chelsea, going for a treble. I can't quite believe I've just pulled that off, to be honest. That's all for this YouTube video. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.